Hi friends, get ready with me while I tell you guys some of the reasons why I considered um, weight loss surgery. And I am going to be doing my makeup because I have to go to Walmart to get some things because I'm making wings with like not spaghetti but pasta, like cold pasta, just so we can eat before we go to the kids' soccer games or soccer practice. Um, so the more I am now educating myself about the topic of pediatric weight loss surgery, a lot of people are having this surgery for many reasons, and one of the most biggest popular reasons is because of health wise. Either they're suffering from high blood pressure, diabetes, number one. Either they have just so much weight that it is getting in the way with their daily activities or their health or how they feel. It could be due to any like joint, just pain in your joints from all the weight that you're carrying. But the main one is health reasons, right? Because you're very overweight, and the more you weigh is you have a lot of problems, and a lot of them carry health problems into it. I popped a pimple and it's bleeding. Anywho, at first I wanted to say that I felt very guilty because I'm doing a surgery where many are they benefit from it because they have a health problem like diabetes, high blood pressure, and they're on so many medication, and I'm not on medication whatsoever for nothing. I don't have diabetes, I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have the only thing that I could really say is I was dealing with foot arthritis, if I'm saying it right. And then I have a bad knee, and my doctor did say it could have been from, or it could be from my weight. They did x-rays, and there's nothing broken, there's no fracture, there's nothing, but I do have a lot of pain, or if I twist a certain way, it's because of that. I feel like it was because of the weights that I used to do, like presses, and I used to put a lot, and maybe one of many times I went, I must have did it wrong, or I don't know, to be honest. I don't use any of the knee bands or knee like the knee, the ones that you put on your knees while you work out. I don't use none of that, so it could have been that maybe it was just too much weight for me, or I did it wrong. Who knows? So I don't have anything major. I don't have depression. I don't have anxiety. Thank God, praise the Lord, because I used to have depression back in 2012. So that was very scary for me, and my anxiety was like over the roof. And thank God I don't have that. Yes, I get anxious and from here and there, and depending what's going on, but I don't suffer from depression or anxiety in my daily basis, right? I don't take any medication, like I said, for anything. The thing that I honestly was just, I felt like I've been overweight for so long, since I can remember. I've been overweight my whole life. And back in 2016, I had decided to get no, to start losing weight. Back in 2016, and I went from being 230, and I want to say the smallest I got was 178, and that was being so strict. I think I said it in a video here not so long ago. I was on Herbalife, and Herbalife, if you have taken it, one, it is very expensive. Two, it's very strict. If you don't do it correctly, you will gain weight, because it is used for three purposes: to lose weight, to maintain weight, and to gain weight. And I was so strict and so unhappy. I was always saying no to everything that I used to enjoy because I didn't know to have a healthy relationship with food, what to eat, what not to eat, how much. No, I was not taught that way. We were taught more of like, I'm sure a lot of the Hispanic culture can relate, is either you don't get up from the table until you finish your whole plate, and sometimes our plates were this wide, right? And a kid's plate is normal. I would eat them a little bit, right? And they would serve us this big, and we would get in trouble if we were not eating our food. So that was one, and that's how I grew up, you guys. I grew up not knowing what to eat, what was healthy, what was not. That's very important to have those conversations even while you're growing up and teaching your kids when and when not to eat. Enjoy food, build a healthy relationship. But if you did not grow up being taught that way, it's gonna be hard for you to be able to understand all this, right? So that after losing a good amount of weight and stopping Herbalife and everything, I went right back to weighing almost 220, and my weight has been up to like 210 and 220, and it's always up and down always. And I do know that I don't have a very healthy relationship with food. I don't really know what to eat, what not to eat, how much to eat, how etc. And sometimes we can't even eat even if we're full. And that's even you just brought that. You were just taught that way, Okay, my foundation is not working. So through the past years, I honestly just have been so unhappy with myself, to the point where if I were supposed to start getting ready to go to church, because that's the main thing. Once every week we go, or twice a week we go to church. But the main one was Sundays, right? As a family, we all get ready and go to church. Oh, I can't find my foundation. Hold on. So when it was time to get ready, my clothes either was fitting me really tight. I was not happy that I had gained weight, and my pants were fitting me just very tight, where it was so noticeable. And I would start crying, and I didn't want to go to church. I did not want no one to see me. I felt like my weight was just so obvious and so embarrassing that that took a really big toll on me, where I would just hide. I didn't want no one to see me because I was embarrassed of my weight. And that was even a struggle where for my kids and my husband, because they were ready. They wanted to go to church, but because of me, sometimes they would stay home because they felt bad leaving me by myself, right? And there was times where I would beg them to go, even though I was gonna be fine and etc. But the moment they would walk out, I would just cry the whole time. And that's what weight does. You know, sometimes it messes you up mentally. You don't feel confident. You don't feel pretty. You don't feel, you know, after 4 kids, 4 C-sections, my life just being so busy. It wasn't the same as before, where I used to just go and work out, and you know, a lot of things changed. I know I started gaining a lot of weight because of everything that was going on at home as well. There was so much problems. There was a lot of problems, and I was not okay emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I was really going through it. My acne has been something that has honestly gotten better. This is nothing compared to when I started having really bad I guess it's called hormonal acne, and I thought at the beginning it was because of COVID and you have to use the mask and etc. But no, after all the masks went away, that did not help. My acne got really bad. So yeah, you guys, I met a girl that had this type of surgery, and no one ever knew how much I was struggling emotionally with my weight and my appearance, and how unhappy I felt, and how emotionally it was just really getting to me, to the point where it was hard for me to look at myself in the mirror, even where there was times where I would look at myself in the mirror and all I would see was ugly. Like, I did not love myself, you know. And so I was just tired of being tired of how I felt emotionally, mentally, spiritually, everything. And I met this girl, and she shared her experience with me, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should just get an appointment and see, you know, because if you want to get this type of surgery, it's not like, I have the money, here you go, I want it and you're going to do it. No, it doesn't work like that. They evaluate you, they get all your history, and they see if you are a good candidate to get gastric surgery. If you are not a candidate for them, you are going to be denied. And I have now met people that they were denied for gastric surgery. I wasn't, thankfully. And the plus there for people that have had gastric surgery and been approved, especially if you have problems, diabetes, high blood pressure, anything with your health that you're dealing with, is a big plus. So that's why for me was more like, I'm just gonna go talk to them and see if I am approved, if I am a good candidate. If not, I'm not gonna push it, because it is a surgery and it is something that I don't want to risk myself or push something that I know it's not good for me. I have heard many testimonies that people are being denied here in the United States, and then they go to Mexico, to Tijuana, and they pay this amount, which is cheaper, and they come back and something went wrong. And I'm not gonna do that. Obviously I can go, but anyways, so yeah, you guys, it was more of me, how I was feeling, how internally I was feeling. I just really wanted to lose weight. I really want to look good. I want my health to be good as well, or better. I want to start learning how to have a better relationship with food. My family does run with like, they do have a history of diabetes, and then they have a history of either with my dad, of heart issues. And I feel like before I even get older and I even go to that stage, or you know, because it's genetic sometimes, so I'd rather do it now than later. And yeah, you guys, I just really want to feel good. I want to feel like I fit into clothes. The smaller clothes you get is cheaper. If you're a big girl, you know that the clothes is even more expensive for a plus size girl, and that's something I'm just like, I don't want to do that. There was times where even shopping was very stressful for me, because you know, you want to look pretty, you want to use whatever, and not struggle with finding clothes. And when you're a big girl, it's a struggle to find the perfect clothing or dress or etc. for any event, right? And sometimes you're either just covering up everywhere because your fat arms, under fat arms, or your belly is too big, and you're trying to, even though it's a pretty dress, it's not the desirable dress you would want to wear for the event. You want to look like, I don't know, feel pretty, feel amazing, and like what you're wearing and what you chose is what you really want. You want to rock it, you want to feel comfortable and confident, and not look for something that's going to cover up the insecurities you have, right? And I'm not saying that after surgery you won't have insecurities or anything like that, because sometimes there is now the outcome of having so much maybe loose skin for many of those that have lost a big amount of weight. You know, so there's always pros and cons, but this is the reason why I have chose gastric surgery. It was mostly because of how I was feeling internally, emotionally, about myself. It was not because of health issues, thank God. And I know that many are doing gastric surgery because they have a health condition, and I don't. And I would suggest that you speak to your doctors, and if they suggest that you're a best candidate for it, they know which one. There is different surgeries, so you don't qualify for anyone. I am getting the sleeve, and some other people that have met have got the bypass. So everyone is